we live?
Yes,
Okay.
sorry, my light doesn't work.
That's okay. I would like to call to order the Monday, May 6th meeting of the City of Monona Finance and Personnel Committee. Will the clerk please call the roll?
Alder Wood,
Here.
Alder DePua,
Here.
Mayor O'Connor.
Here. We don't have any minutes. I think the city clerk is still trying to catch her breath. There are no appearances that I know of. No unfinished business. First item of new business, item 6A, consideration of resolution 24-4-2706, approving a capital budget amendment for 2024 sanitary sewer lift station improvements. Is there a motion to approve this?
Motion to approve. Second.
Dan?
Thank you, Mayor.
So we have 1.25 million currently approved in the 2024 capital budget. We recently went out to bid, and the bids came in slightly higher than what we have budgeted. With all costs associated with the project, we have just under $1.3 million in costs, and the bids exceed the amount we have allocated or approved by $48,823. We're requesting to reallocate $95,000 from balances that we have in the current idle Toniwatha Road Reconstruction Project, the funding designated to sanitary sewer design, as well as balances remaining from the completed 2022 sanitary sewer lining project. The money that I'm seeking to transfer from the Toniwatha design would be put back in with my budget request for 2025, coming this July, August timeframe. If approved, the amended capital budget for this project would be $1,345,000, and $1,298,823 would be dedicated to the project construction, which includes engineering observation. The remaining amount would be for project contingency, that is $46,177. That is about 3.5% of the project total, which is considered low. I would also add a line item in the 2025 capital budget for additional contingency, about $50,000 as needed. Once they get going here, we'll know more if we need it or not. But at a minimum, I would seek to add that, and if it does not end up being used, we could then use that money most likely in a future sanitary sewer project. I am going to be coming back with more lining and more engineering review for our lining project in 25. So my capital budget amendment request to you is for $95,000 to help cover the cost of the lift station improvements project that we have received bids for.
Questions?
Yeah, I had one,
Doug?
somewhat, I think it's germane. Can you just remind us why the Toniwatha Trail project is on hold?
It was removed during the mayor review of the 2024 capital budget due to cost.
Okay.
And I believe we're going to be bringing that back in for consideration for 25.
We're definitely putting it in the 2025 budget, so it's
Okay.
in terrible shape. I think, Dan, you felt we might get some better bids, too.
Hopefully, right.
Hopefully.
Yep, you are correct.
So, but that was my question, is as long as this doesn't affect that project, because we really need to do that project next year,
Yep.
so. Anything else? Okay, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Next item, consideration of resolution 24-4-2707, award of contract for 2024 sanitary sewer lift station improvements. Is there a motion to approve this?
Motion to approve.
Second.
Dan?
Thank you. So we did receive bids for this work on April 25th. August Winter and Sons provided the low bid. It's bid B plus allowance for the amount of $835,000. In your packet for review, I guess to make it easy, I included a copy of the bid ad, which kind of describes the scope of the work for the Midmore lift station and the Winnepa Road lift station. On page 2 of that bid ad, you will see two sets of completion dates. Bid B extends the project a little later into 2025. May 31st would be substantial completion, and final completion would be July 31st. We did write it that way with 2 dates in mind, with hopes of getting better bids, and per the bid tab, we did receive slightly better bids by extending the construction time frame. So I'm seeking your approval for this bid. August Winters is a very reputable contractor, especially in the wastewater industry. So staff does recommend this approval, and it did receive Public Works Committee recommendation as well at the May 1st meeting.
Questions?
None.
Doug?
So the difference between the bid B and the bid A, this is the schedule, the same work could be done in
Yes.
either one? Okay.
Correct. Yep.
Interesting.
So is some of the work going to be done in 2024 or all of it in 2025?
The initial feedback from Christine at Strand is August Winters is going to try and complete as much as they can this year. It all depends on product availability. We are due to receive the SCADA equipment August 1st. So we do have force main reconstruction with both projects. So my guess is that would be some of the first work that happens. Building demolition. So there are things that they can do up until the equipment arrives, but they are intending to try and get as much work done this year as possible. If that's the case, then punch list items remain for next year.
Okay. And this may sound like a dumb question, but is this what's across from my house? That's
Yep.
what I thought.
Yeah, they're well aware of who lives across the street, so.
Well, probably all the better they do it this year, because next year Volks Lane will be all torn up, and
Right.
we'll have enough of a
Right.
mess there as it happens, so.
Yeah.
Any other questions? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
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 Motion passes.
All right, thank you.
Thanks, Dan. Next, item C, convene in closed session under Wisconsin Statute Section 19.85, paren 1, paren G, conferring with legal counsel for the governmental body who is rendering oral or written advice concerning strategy to be adopted by the body with respect to litigation in which it is or is likely to become involved. This relates to a claim of George F. and Kathleen J. Lightborn, and Section 19.85, paren 1, paren E, deliberating or negotiating the purchasing of public properties, the investing of public funds, or conducting other specified public business whenever competitive or bargaining reasons require closed session. This is regarding a lease amendment with Madison Cellular Telephone Company and transit service agreement with the City of Madison. Is there a motion to go into closed session?
Motion to go into closed session.
Second.
Would the clerk please call the roll?
Alder DeFoe,
Aye.
Alder Wood,
Aye.
We are in closed session.